Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. Just adjusting myself. Yeah, I know I gotta get me some water. Lemon water, y'all. Just some water with some squirts of lemon or lime juice, the green one. Anyway, hi, you guys. Welcome to our Saturday live. How are you guys doing? How was the week? You guys, how was the week? If you got to tune in yesterday, how has your day been since then? Y'all already know these days we are crocheting through our chat. Yes, we are, because your girl is a little obsessed. Yes, you guys, how is your day going? I'm just gonna wait a little bit um, for to see who comes through as I finagle with this project. Okay. But yeah, y'all, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing, amazing weekend. Um, I feel like no matter what I do, like it's blurry, but I don't know if that's me, y'all, or did I just make it worse? Um, I think it's as good as it's gonna get, y'all. But anyway, you guys, welcome to the live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday to everyone. Um, yeah, y'all, it has been continuous since yesterday's live. I told you guys like this week has been kind of, a little bit overwhelming, a little bit hectic. But, it definitely today, the people that were supposed to come and, continue with the work, they called out basically. Which was fine. It gave me a chance to kind of catch up with the household duties and the household things that had to get done without strangers being in the house. So, hi, welcome to the live. No, I speak English. I speak English. Thumbs up the live though. Thumbs up the live. But yes, you guys. So the no workers have come out here today. We did have. Hi, welcome to live. We did have a welcome, you guys. Welcome as you're coming in. Thank you for coming in. Thumbs up the live as you come in, you guys. Thank you so much. We are trying to get our watch hours and all the things. I need about 15 subscribers, you guys, for this month to reach 1,500. Thank you for the hearts. So if you are digging what I'm going, talking about, you've watched some of my, long forms, go binge watch, but subscribe, you guys, subscribe and thumbs up alive. Thank you so much. Um, but yeah, you guys, I was talking about how this past week we've had a lot of people in the household, doing different things, construction and, dealing with the farm. And today, the contractor, they're plastering our walls, and they basically called out today, which I wasn't mad at because it gave me a chance to catch up on all the things I need to get caught up on because the house was getting dusty with them being in and out the house. Laundry was piling up because there hadn't been water in the tanks for a little bit. I am in Tanzania, for those of you who don't know. Um, this channel has started about me relocate our family relocating here to Tanzania from Florida. So yeah, I just got a chance to catch up today and kind of like slow down, you know what I mean? Because there was so many things happening in on the household. So yeah, I was able to just get things done. And yeah, and I was happy to be able to come out here today. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get on my live and just, you know, I am crocheting and I'm just chatting with you guys. Um, I know I told you guys yesterday I was gonna come on here and attach my trinket back to my hair, but I'm not doing that today, you guys. Because I thought I was gonna attach it like but because it's attached to a little piece of my locks that fell off. But I think I'm just gonna remove it from that little piece. This is a small little piece of hair. I'm gonna remove it and then just sew it back in. So I'll do that for you guys either in a video or on a shorts or something like that. So if you haven't already and you subscribed, hit the notification bell so you guys can keep up with, all the things. Okay. But yes, you guys, I I wanted to talk today because I felt like, something was, a lot of things have been occurring lately, not only in personal life, but like outside, like with people I know and just things I've been watching even on YouTube. And I want to discuss gaslighting, you guys. Like gaslighting, I feel like it's a phrase that's not new, but it's not very old either. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's lately it's been a lot of things, whether it's the universe or the world. People are just out here gaslighting people. You know what I mean? And it's hurtful when you are watching your loved ones being gaslit by other people. You know what I mean? And I want to discuss with you guys, like, are you familiar with being gaslit? Do you understand when somebody is gaslighting you? um and what do you do to get through it, avoid it, all the things, you know what I mean? Because I know for me, guys, like it's easier for me to pinpoint in other people. You know what I mean? Like if my friends or my family are getting gaslit or whatever, I'm able to be like, yo, this person right here is not it for you. They're gaslighting you. They're doing things to just provoke you and get you hype and things like that, right? But when it comes to me, it's a little more difficult. You know what I mean? I don't know why that is. It seems like that's the case in a lot of situations. You know what I mean? Like you can know your people give great advice, but they can't take their own advice. You hear things like doctors are don't make good patients, things of that nature. You know what I mean? So I definitely feel like we as humans, if we have loved ones and we have people that we care about, it's easier for us to pinpoint and notice from the outside looking in that, hey, our sister, our brother, our loved one is getting gaslit and they don't even see it. And we have to be there to pinpoint out to them, you know what I mean? Help them out. Like, girl, that's not for you. Like, you do, like, he is like, you know, and I don't know. I feel like for me, what I see the best way to not even avoid, because I feel like there's no way of avoiding. It's kind of like you're getting bullied. A bully's gonna bully you until they can't bully you no more. And I feel like ignoring it sometimes is, as far as a bully goes, like you can't. It's not gonna help because sometimes they're just gonna be out there, right, and doing what they gotta do until they get punched in the face. Like I don't promote violence, but until a bully's being bullied, they're not gonna stop. That's how I see it. But if you're being gaslight, you guys, I feel in a lot of situations, actually ignoring that person, because being gaslit is basically words, right? I don't think gaslighting ever goes into physical things. If it's physical, that you just provoking, you're doing a little too much. You are doing too much, and so if somebody is gaslighting you guys, I correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the best thing to do is to ignore them, because at some point if they're gonna see that they're trying to gaslight you and it's not working, right? Am I right or am I crazy? Like if you're gaslighting me over a relationship, okay, like you keep provoking me, going on social media, talking your yin yang, where I was being quiet, I was not putting out your business out there, none of those things, but you study, doing things, because this is happening right now to a YouTuber that I watch. And I'm kind of like, is it best to just ignore that? I understand it when it comes to social media, though, it's a little different because social media goes to everybody, right? So, but if it's like a more personal, at home, in front of your face type of thing, isn't the best thing to do is to ignore the person? And I'm really curious. I really want to know. Like, do you just ignore somebody that's gaslighting you because eventually, they'll start looking crazy and people start ignoring them, and you just be about your business after that, right? Am I wrong? I feel like that's the best way to do it. Like if you're gaslighting me, I'm not gonna give you the pleasure. I'm not gonna give you the pleasure of thinking you got me in some type of way. Like you got me in my feelings, you got me hurt, you got me like tripping because you over here running your mouth. Because what's running your mouth gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? You're just mad. You're mad at whatever happened between us or whatever. And you're gonna keep on going and going and going. So if somebody's gaslighting you guys and they're saying things and they keep poking the bear, basically, you know, with their words, because don't touch me. Don't touch me. Okay. But if somebody's out there just poking at you with their words, it's not the best recourse just to ignore that up to a certain degree, up to a certain point. Because I feel like, when you get a little too personal, you talking out the pocket, you deserve what you're going to get sometimes. I mean, like karma is karma is karma. But if somebody's gaslighting you, what is the best recourse? What do you guys think? Do you just ignore them? Do you, rebuttal? Do you say stuff? What do you do? What do you do? I honestly feel like people who are gaslighting you, that's because they're not over you in some shape, way, or form. If you used to be their lover, if you used to be their BFF, if you used to be, because there are those BFFs, you guys. There are those BFFs that once you are no longer that, all the tea is coming out. And you didn't know that, that red flag was not flagging because at the time you guys were cool, you guys were BFF. But as soon as, and it was just so traumatic, so disheartening and just traumatic because now you're like, well, dang, like the next one who's supposed to be like your BFF, your sister, your brother, whatever, you're not gonna want to open up like that. You're not gonna want to, be yourself and be outgoing and tell them, the tea because you feel like, okay, well, I learned my lesson. People are just gonna be out here spilling their guts about your business once you're no longer friends. I, for one, am not that kind of friend. You know what I mean? Because I understand that things happen, people grow apart, things happen with friendships. It's connections, you guys. Connections get broken all the time, whether it's bad or good for whatever reason. But it does not mean you go out there running your mouth, having verbal diarrhea about the person in your life. That is just trash. You don't do that. But there are those people, you guys. There are the people that do that kind of thing. And you have to be on your P's and Q's when choosing people to be a part of your life. And I don't know, I feel like people who are out here just gaslighting people, like, why are you so hurt? Why can't you move on? So that's basically what you're saying, because you got the time. You have the time. You have the time to be sitting here gaslighting me, talking about me and my family and my loved ones and all the things that I supposedly did wrong. I thought we moved on amicably. What happened? What happened? Your feelings got hurt because you know the truth. You know what happened. And so I don't know, guys. It's just ridiculous to me, and it goes. It's past relationships too, because it could even happen at a job. You weren't doing your part. You got laid off, or you got fired. You know what I mean? And now you're running your mouth about the company or whatever, whatever. But come on, was you there giving your A1% like you were supposed to be? You know what I mean? Like, why do people gaslight when things are over? Because they're hurt, because they're in their feelings, because they want to feel like they want everybody on their side. Y'all, divorces. Because everybody want to claim the friends that were mutual friends, right? And I'm like, you guys, it is, let the higher power fight your battles. That sometimes, I don't care if you don't believe. Sometimes just let the universe do what you got it, what it wants to do. Like walk away with some grace and dignity. Walk away with some grace and dignity. Whether you feel like that person left you hanging or left you looking like a bum or whatever the case may be, have some grace about yourself. You know what I mean? Um, y'all, it's so sad to me. Like, it's ridiculous to me because I feel like there's a lot of people who are basically, in emotional turmoil and, just going through their emotions are going through the ringer because people that were once, you know, good to them or not. Sometimes we learn our lessons a little late in life or whatever, or late in the situation. But whatever the case may be, it is no longer, you guys are no longer, a duo or a trio, whatever the case may be. And then you just automatically start running your mouth and being, guys, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. I feel like gaslighting somebody, it serves no purpose but to boost your ego by making the other person look bad in a way. You are adamantly trying to make the person look bad because you're looking for a reaction. Whatever reaction they're gonna give you is, it's not gonna be a good one. You know what I mean? And even if you are, and the worst ones, you guys, are those people who gaslight you in a manner in which, to the public eye, it looks like they are upholding you to a higher standard. They are saying things that, it looks like they're being amicable towards you. That's what the public sees. But in reality, they know just the right words to and how to place those words correctly, so that, and they know that it's going to trigger something in you to piss you off, so that you have to either stand up for yourself verbally. You have to, come out of pocket. You have to come out of your character. We're back, you guys. Yeah, so the way they phrase certain things, it looked like, okay, they're being nice to you. Why are you um combating with them and things like that, when in reality, no, they're saying this because yada 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 yada. And then you have to be on this whole explaining yourself type situation and blah blah blah. Y'all, people who gaslight, please, you guys, learn from everybody else's mistakes and learn from your mistakes as well. You know what I mean? Like, try to keep your cool in regards to people who are out here gaslighting you for whatever reason, because you are so bomb. And the fact that you're no longer part of their life, they want to just, do and say things just to get your blood boiling. Like, don't do that. Don't get high blood pressure over anybody, okay? Hi, Life with Marlene. How are you? How was your week, honey? I'm here. We are talking about those people who basically have their lives set up to gaslight others. And I wanted to find out from you all, like, what is the best course um in regards to when somebody's gaslighting you? Is ignoring them the best recourse? Is, just because I feel like, sometimes ignoring them, it can only goes so far. My week has been busy because we've had a lot of people come in and out of the house, in regards to construction. We had some chicken sales. We had, slaughtering. A lot of things been going on today on the farm this week. And yeah, So, but today I was telling them earlier that the people that were plastering, they actually kind of called out. They called out, which was good for me because I got a chance to get caught up on some laundry and some household things and the dust and yada, his, construction life. But yeah, I feel overall feeling good. You know, I don't know. I just feel like, as far as this past couple of days, I've been, receiving messages about people being gaslighted and gaslit and all the things, and I don't know. It makes me think about, like, what should we do so that we are not out here looking crazy when people are gaslighting us. You know what I mean? Like, it is, because sometimes it's like you have to, it's not about playing the victim, but you definitely you have to abide by the gaslighter for whatever reason. Like, there's different circumstances where you have to let them get away with it, it's your spouse and you guys are going through a divorce, whether it's baby mama drama, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And it's like, people are out here, like, literally, like, trying to disturb your mental just so that they can get a rise out of you. Like, and for what? What is the end game? What is the end game? You just stay away from them. But what if you can't, though? Well, I understand, like friendships and, there's friends and there's like jobs. Like if you get fired from a job, what is the point of going, if you weren't doing your job to begin with? Okay. I know there's times that, jobs fire us for bull crap, but let's say you weren't doing your due diligence and you got fired. What is the point of, you know, gaslighting the company basically and then start talking all this crap about them, whether online, through other people? I don't know. I just feel like it's such a cowardice thing to do. Like if you know you was in the wrong, can you just bow and keep it pushing? You know what I mean? Like why go through the trouble of constantly, like I've like heard recently, I was telling them I heard recently about a YouTuber who's going through a divorce and was basically minding her business, keep not exposing nothing. But then, the other spouse started, and people that know you, they know exactly what to do, what strings to pull, what to say to, basically pull you back in, have you defend yourself and other things. And it's like, it's ridiculous. I don't have anything extra if I can't stay away. Just greetings and nothing more. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. I know I do. I have, I've dealt with people who, because there's children involved or whatever, it's like they're getting gaslit, and it's like, oh my gosh. And sometimes you just have to play that part. You have to be like, bow down to it and just either ignore it, but at the same time you still have to kind of participate a little bit because you want things to go in your favor in the end. And it's like, is it ever going to be in your favor in the end when you have to deal with people that are basically just doing things just to get a rise out of you, you know? And once they get that rise out of you, sometimes because they know that's the right things to say, so that other people can be basically on their side. And it seems like as if, when you when you finally stand up for yourself, you seem crazy, you know? I don't know. I just find, y'all, I'm telling you, sometimes I just need to not listen, not to watch certain things, and not to get like, I don't get emotionally invested anymore. I've learned to control my empathism. I've learned to control it, but sometimes, you guys, it's a lot. I receive a lot of emotions and feelings from other people, and it's hard for me to like tune it down and not take it in and like, why is this going on? Like, that's fine. Oh, I think I'm sitting on one. Get that one. But yeah, it's disheartening. It's disheartening, and I'm just wishing everybody the best. And I'm wishing that everybody who has people in their lives that are gaslighting you, because you can be easily trying to just move on and be the best you that you can be. You trying to, right your wrongs, and even if you did something wrong to that said gaslighter, you made your peace and you think you guys are, separating amicably, whatever the relationship is. It doesn't have to be romantic at all. But, you know, those people don't care. Those people don't care. And I think that's the point. You have to understand that. You have to take that in, that they don't care. They only see what they want to see, whether it's truth or not. It's their truth. And sometimes they know it's not even their truth. They just want to be petty. They just want to be petty. They want to, manipulate, their surroundings, and they want to make things work out for the best for them, not considering anybody else. And sometimes, you guys, we just have to take the L when it comes to certain people. Whether that means just letting it go, the job fired you, just let it go, find another job, do better next time. Whether that means letting go of that 15, 20-year friendship, because you realize, well, dang, they weren't never really my friend. Or after 10 years, they weren't really my friend no more. It was, after that certain incident, they were never truly, we weren't truly us anymore. You know what I mean? Or whether it's, we've grown apart as a couple, whatever the case may be, sometimes we have to take that L and move on and keep it pushing. You cannot continuously be out here sorry, 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 or you know, whatever the case may be. Because what's the point of getting gaslight by people? What do they want? Do they want sorry? Do they want apologies? Do they want what do they want? Because really and truly, I feel like people who gaslight you in relationships, they don't really want you back. They want you to be, they want you to want to come back. Because when they had you, they weren't doing the right to begin with, right? Because that's why they gaslighting you now. So what's the end game? People like the situation with your career or your job, whatever. Like, why are you gaslighting the company? Like, they don't care. They don't moved on. You don't been replaced. All the things. Move on. And I have to admit, you guys, let me tell y'all something, okay? When I was young and petty, when I was young and petty, I had a job, and it's the most ridiculous thing is I think it was my favorite, not the job itself, but the job itself. The actual task itself was my favorite job because I was doing like an alarm company type of situation where, I was a dispatcher. You guys called in or I see it on the board, whatever, and I call, like, is everything okay? Do you need a fire department? Do you need the ambulance? I enjoy that. I almost went into 911, you guys. But I decided for myself, me being me, my impact is on all the things, that it would not be good for me. But needless to say, I enjoyed that job. I dispatched over hurricanes and everything. So it was a pretty good gig. I enjoyed it very much. However, after a while, I don't know, I guess I got bored of the atmosphere itself, not the particular task, but just the atmosphere. I just didn't care anymore. And we all get to that point sometimes when we're in a job, we just don't care anymore. And I was tripping a little bit, just a little bit though, but I was doing my job. But I don't know. But needless to say, they fired me at one point, right? And I think it was my first time ever getting fired. Actually, it is. And they fired me, and I was being a little petty Betty because there was a supervisor that was there, and I felt like she did me wrong in some way, and so I made a comment on my way out about how when her man be picking her up or whatever, check him because he be checking me. Unnecessary, nonsensical behavior. Okay, I was young, I was petty. It was the club life. It was other things. Okay, we used to go to work, go to the club, come back sometimes in the same outfit. It was them days. Okay. However, that was not necessary. And I was gaslighting her. I was gaslighting her. Now that I know what the gaslighting is, I was absolutely gaslighting her. And that was the only thing I said. That was the only thing I said. And I knew that in her relationship, they had already had kind of a bumpy situation going on, according to you know, the cubicle life. So yeah, you guys. And that was if you're watching, I apologize. It's not funny, y'all. I just apologize. I apologize wholeheartedly, and I mean that. That was definitely me gaslighting her because I was like, I don't know. I kind of felt like, like y'all could have told me something. There was no warning. Y'all just gonna up and fire me. Then y'all show me the list of what things I've been doing wrong. Yada yada yada. Whatever. But that was not necessary for me to say what I said. And so yeah, I was gaslighting her at that point. And then I left, whatever, I moved on. So now that I know what gaslighting is, I can fully take responsibility and apologize for that if you're watching. However, I'm no longer, like that. You know what I mean? And it hurts to see when my friends and family are get gaslit. You know what I mean? Like, it hurts to see when, I don't know, I feel like that's such a bullying, mental bullying move. That's exactly what that is, ain't it? That's exactly what that is. Mental bullying. That's exactly what that is. Mental bullying. I gotta write that down so I don't forget. I'm gonna tell them that. Mental bullying. Because you keep saying things, you keep, implicating things, implying things, you keep, you know, bringing up old things because you want the world to, you want me to react so the world can see me react to the nonsense. That's what it is. That's a mental bullying. That's what I see. Excuse me. Y'all, on a side note, today hubby made for dinner something we've never had before, and it's called, oh man, I can't believe I forgot what the name is. It's a Jamaican dish, and it's dumplings, but it's like in coconut sauce, coconut. Oh, so good. Placasa, placasa. If you are Jamaican, have you had placasa, and how do you like it, y'all? I told that man I don't want dumplings no other way. It was so good. And really and truly, like I'm not the dumpling girl. I have to be in the mood to be have dumplings. Like regular Jamaican dumplings or Haitian dumplings. I have to be in the mood. But like I like the, the Asian dumplings because they be stuffed with, meat or whatever. But like the regular dumplings that West Indians be doing, I have to be in the mood to like to eat it, you know. But yes, the placasa, that placasa, y'all. If y'all don't know, if you have a Jamaican friend or whatever, holla at them because that was so good, so good. I had seconds. It was really good. I was like, babe, how many more coconuts you got? Okay, we gotta make some more. That we're gonna reserve those coconuts. But yes, you guys. So um, yeah, you guys, I honestly feel like people are out here just to be that. I feel like in this world, there are people who are out here to be um, uplifters, cup fillers, and other things, people that edify and uplift. And then there are those people who are here to discourage, pull you down. And whether you believe in the Bible or not, you guys, it be spitting some truth that you just got to open your eyes to see. You know what I mean? There are people out here who are here specifically to, steal and destroy and other things. And I feel like people who are constantly out here trying to gaslight people and mentally bully you, that is what they are. That is what they are. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. You know. And granted, yes, I've been there, been one of those people, but I've moved on and I have grown. Like, but there are people out here who are out here older than me. Some people who are maybe in the same age group, and some people who are out here having babies, and you out here like, really? That's what you're gonna teach your kid? Is that what you're gonna teach your kid? To be out here gaslighting people? Y'all, in this world, in this day and age that we are in right now, don't be gaslighting people. You don't know what edge those people are on. Okay? In this day and age, it is not the time. You need to grow up, accept your wrongdoing, apologize, and move on. Don't be out here trying to, for what? You don't want the person back. You don't want the person back. And if you do want them back, what do you want them back for? Because when you had them, you were tripping. So they finally got the balls, they finally got the, you know, self-worth and dignity to leave. And now you want to gaslight and bringing up all this extra stuff that the world does not need to know about. And you just putting out there in front street, just to like, what? Just to what? So they can say, hi, Linda. Welcome to the live. Thumbs up the live as you come in. So you can just say, yeah, they want me back now. They want me back. And for you to just drop them like a hot potato once again. For what? For what? For what? What does that serve you? Your ego? Get over it. Get over it. Get over yourself. Don't be out here gaslighting people, okay? Because just the same way you provoke people, that's what it is. You're provoking them. You're mentally like, bullying them, and you're getting their emotions high and heightened for what? For what? People going to take so much, and you are gonna gaslight the wrong person, and you're gonna be in a whole lot of heap of trouble, and that's gonna be a karma. I'm sorry, because people don't like that. People don't like that. Don't play with people's emotions because your feelings are hurt temporarily. It's a temporary feeling. Grow up, go through it, and move on. Get through it and move on. Just like they have to get through it and move on. They had to put up with your BS all this time. And now that they finally got some grip and cojones about themselves, you want to be mad and, feel like, no, I'm going to get them back. Like, I'm going to do and say all I can say so that they can, respond And you're going to say all the things that you want to say, but you're going to say it in such a nice, clean way so the world can look at you like, oh, look at them, they hurt. Oh, look at them, like they didn't mean it like that. Oh, da, 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 da. And then so when the person finally, you trigger them, you finally trigger them the right way, and then they respond to you, the world looking at them kind of crazy. No, people are, we are built to take and give and give. And you keep poking at the bear, you keep poking at the bear, and the bear keeps taking it. At some point, that bear is going to turn around, and take your thumb, your fingers, your lips. That bear is not going to sit there and let you keep poking at it. Like it's not going to happen. I don't. The nicest person they're going to take it for so long. And believe you me, there are people out here in this world that are very docile, you guys. They're very docile. They're gonna, you're gonna keep poking at them and they're gonna take it, they're gonna internalize it, they're gonna sit there in a corner and cry about it. But there's somebody out there in the world watching over that person, whether that person is here and now or out there in the universe somewhere. And that person's caregiver is going to make sure you get yours. They're going to make sure that that person is okay. You can't, people, that, I don't believe any of us out here alone, you guys. I really don't. Nobody's out here completely alone. You might be alone physically, but in this, you guys, this world is actually massive. And I'm not talking about just what you see. It's not about just what you see. You don't think my grandmother is like watching over me? You don't think like my mom, my dad is watching over me? You got to be bugging. You are bugging. Okay? Even my husband's family is watching over me. Okay? Probably more so than they watching over him. Because I got their grandkids. But I'm saying that to say, don't take people's kindness and shyness and quietness, their quietness. Don't take that for granted. Don't take it for like, I can do and say and whatever I want. I can manipulate. I can blah, blah, blah. I can poke and poke and poke and nothing's going to happen. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen, and if you don't come correct, if you don't come correct, that's on you. That is literally on you. That is literally on you because it's not right. It's not fair. People out here trying to do life. They're trying to do life. They're trying to be themselves. They're trying to, live life happy, trying to do the thing on thing, and you out here poking them. Don't poke. Don't poke. Go about your business. Have some grace about yourself. Have some dignity. If the relationship didn't work, fine. There's somebody else out there who's gonna buy your crap. Like, you know, the job didn't pan out, fine. Somebody else out there will hire you. The same way you got hired from this job, somebody else will hire you. The same way you got this chick, somebody else will want to be with you. Okay. And the thing is, you're not learning because if you had learned, you wouldn't be trying to gaslight them now. If you and the thing is, you putting yourself out there on social media because nowadays it's all about social media. Okay, and all them chicks and all them everybody else is gonna everybody who has some kind of ounce of self-respect. Bring two, Mikey. Put two in there. Anybody who has an ounce of self-respect is gonna see how you are treating your ex, okay, and how you are treating those people who did right by you. It doesn't have to be an ex. It could be a relative, okay. Y'all, there's been there's been cases where people are gaslighting their relatives online. Like what? Whatever happened to let's not spread our dirty laundry. Like whatever happened to that? What happened to that? What happened to that? Social media happened to that. Social media happened to that, you guys, because social media became like a soapbox for every and anybody who has something to say. You know what I mean? And that's great. You know, freedom of speech and all that jazz with a little bit of guidelines. You know what I mean? However, if you are hurt and pain, it's one thing to go on social media and talk about your pain and show your growth as you go through the pain. That's one thing. But if you are on social media out here trying to gaslight other people because of your pain, you out here basically putting your dirty laundry on Front Street just to get a reaction from somebody else. Grow up. Grow up. You look tacky. You look tacky. You look tacky, and I don't think anyone, and if it's about a relationship, I don't feel like anyone is gonna watch whatever you got going on and be like, "Ooh, yes, honey." Yes, like I'm digging what he's talking about. Yes, she must have been horrible because you look so like no, no, no. Or oh, he must have been dog because like you bad, you a baddie. Like I mean, people will say that, and maybe that's gonna be your karma. People gonna say that to you and make you feel like they're on your side just to see what they can get at you because you are hurt too. You are hurt too because there's no way you can tell me you're not hurt if you over here you have time. You making the time to gaslight somebody else. Why? What did they do that was so bad? And if it was that bad, then you are hurt. You are hurt. Your feelings are hurt. Your ego is hurt. And you just want to spread it all around town, spread it around social media. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Not for long term. You are you are essentially making yourself out to be entertainment. That's basically what it is. You're just a form of entertainment at this point. You are a form of entertainment at this point. You're a joke. You are a joke. Yes, you're gonna have a few of those people that's gonna be on your side about whatever the case may be, whether it's baby mama drama, whether it's custodial drama, career drama, whatever. Like those people that come on and say, "Oh, this I videoed this. This had a whole interaction, getting fired, whatever." Like, what's the point? They're not gonna hire you back. Like, I understand certain things. I understand about recording them, you guys, but some other things, you making everybody look like a fool, including yourself. You know what I mean? Like, don't be out here gaslighting people, you guys, because I feel like it's just like, like I said, it's mental bullying, and just like actual bullying, like in the person, the physical, like one of these days you're gonna get your beat. You will. You will because nobody's gonna take that for too long, and it's so sad when you hear the cases of people who have been bullied so bad that they take their own lives and stuff, you guys. Don't be that. Don't be an instrument for evil in that manner. Like, are you kidding me? And if you are a parent, please teach your kids. Please teach your kids. Do not allow yourself to be an instrument for that type of evil. Like, that's crazy. That is straight up crazy. Don't do it to yourself. You know, don't do it to yourself. It's not cool. It's not cute. You know what I mean? Nobody thinks you are a better man or a better woman for that. It's one thing to express your pain. It's one thing to express what you're feeling like, what you're going through. Like, oh, I'm sad. This didn't work out. I, but it's not, wish wish the other person, the other endeavor, the best, and keep it pushing. Please have some grace. Have some grace, you guys. Have some grace. Move on gracefully. And I feel like we are a person full of grace. You know what I mean? But yet and still, we want to walk around here, so angry and so bitter that we want to spew it all out. That makes you look bad. That makes you look why. It's one thing to talk about you and your own feelings and what you got going on, but if you have to take the time, you took some good time to just sit out here and meditate, and then social media, you want to post and you want to edit and you want to make sure everything comes out, and y'all, that takes time. That takes time. You are taking time out of your life to what? Gaslight somebody that you don't even want no more? You want to gaslight them to respond to you, but what's the end game? They may look crazy for a little bit, but you look salty and for the longer game, for the long run, like you look crazy. Like you're making y'all both look crazy. You know what I mean? And it's not right. It's not right. I have people in my life who are getting gaslight as we speak, and I hurt for them, but all I can do is pray for them and move on. But at the same time, it's like I wish I can be that advocate for them and just take that person who is gaslighting them and just their throat, just a little bit. Like, do you understand? Like, it's so, you guys, it's hurtful. It's hurtful because a lot of times when you're gaslighting somebody, like take for instance my example when I gaslit that lady at that job, I used something that I knew would trigger her. I knew would hurt her. You know what I mean? I knew I knew that that is something that they are soft about. You know what I mean? So for those parents who gaslight other parents over custody, for those people who gaslight their exes over the relationship, for those people who gaslight a company over getting fired, like please don't, because it's you are putting way too much negative energy out into the universe right now. Not only are you putting the negative energy off of them, but you are creating your own worst lifestyle. Like, why do you want to live like that? Why do you want to gaslight somebody? For what? What is the end game? You really don't want them. You really don't want that job. And you really don't want to be the parent. Yeah, I said it. You know what I mean? Like people out here gaslighting everybody because they want that power, I guess. Is that what it is? Somebody please tell me in the comments. Is that what it is? They want the power. They want to feel like, is it it can't just be about the ego. What is it about? Why gaslight somebody after a failed relationship? Why gaslight somebody after, because I could tell you when I gaslit that lady about getting fired, I just felt like I had to, I felt like I had to leave with some kind of, got you. You know what I mean? But I did it, I did that, and then I obviously left and kept it pushing. I was fired. But nowadays, because this was years ago, nowadays social media is hot and popping. Okay, so people don't just do one little thing and keep it pushing. They have receipts. They wanna do this and do that, and all the dirty laundry is out there for everybody to sniff. I don't want to sniff nobody's dirty laundry, y'all. I really don't. I'm not that girl. I know it's not a world of just rainbows and butterflies, but that's the kind of life I like to live. I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to feel loved. I do not want the out here. That you guys, that is why I started slowly but surely, because I'm not perfect. I started, purging all these negative shows that I was watching because it was constantly negative. Like it was constantly negative. All the housewives, all the basketball wives, all of that. Like it was, I'm like, why? Why? What am I getting out of it? Yes, entertainment. And that's exactly what gaslighters are looking like. They're entertainment. You on here spending all your bad dirty laundry for everybody to sniff and comment on. You are just entertainment. Even those who say they support it, they support you. No, they support it because you are entertaining. They want to hear all the juicy details. And you are making you and your ex, you and your this and that, whoever the opposition is, you are making y'all all look ridiculous. It just needs to stop. It just needs to stop, you guys. Focus on something else. Focus on what's, your next business move. Focus on what's, what is gonna benefit you and your family. Like focus on those things. Focus on those things. Focus on those things. Don't be out here focusing on Ridiculousness. Pure ridiculousness. So yeah, you guys, I just wanted to know if anybody knew what the purpose of gaslighting somebody else is. Because a lot of times too, you guys, a lot of times, another way that people can gaslight you is by making it seem as if whatever happened is, you know, well, I guess that's part of gaslighting in general, making it seem like as if it's always your fault. I feel this way because you made me feel this way. I put my walls down because you told me I could do so, or you acted as if I could. You're just assuming. You are assuming. Y'all, we need to listen to what people say to us. Listen to what people say to you, watch their actions, and then keep it, and then make a decision, an educated decision. Okay? Because there's been instances where, you know, and I think a lot of people can relate to this. It's women, men too, where we basically are pouring ourselves into a relationship after we already know that homeboy, is not in it like that. Y'all already talked, y'all supposed to be the, I don't know, friends with benefits or whatever the case may be, but you get all intertwined in it, because y'all know how it is when we get it good. You get all caught up in it. Your mind, y'all, I feel like that's why. I feel like that's one of the reasons why the Bible promotes sex within marriage. Because y'all know we get cuckoo for cocoa. We get cuckoo for cocoa puffs sometimes because it just be good. So now your heart is in it, and and it's all basically one sided. You know what I mean? Been there, been there. You know what I mean? I'll tell y'all, I've been there, but been there in a whole other type of circumstance, y'all. But yes, you guys. So, and it's one sided because that person had conversations with you a couple of times, I'm sure, depending on how long this type of relationship situationship has been going on. But yet and still, you allow yourself to feel the feels, and you thinking that they're feeling the feelings too. Well, in fact, no, they're just getting it good. Like they're giving it good, and you're receiving other things. Like, but they already told you. But now that it's over, they see that you got caught up, and they were like, okay, let me try to break this off so that nobody gets really really hurt. A year, 2 years down the road. So let me just cut it off now, but then you're gonna start, gaslighting them. Oh, this is your fault after weeks and weeks. Oh, this is your fault. Like, why didn't you tell me that you weren't feeling the same way? And blah. Dude, we had a conversation a few times. Like, what did you want from me? What more did you want from me besides the conversation that you was agreeing to? Like, that's another form of gaslighting, you guys. Gaslighting is manipulative because it's just to get your reaction. It's just to get you to call, text, message. It's just to get a reaction so they can continue this cycle of craziness. Okay, to continue the cycle of craziness because they like that. They are consumed by it. They are feeling like, oh, they're transferring all this energy to you and getting you all hype. They want that reaction from you. Don't give it to them. That is my opinion. You gotta block. You gotta block that number. You gotta block any interaction. Do so. And sometimes, you guys, that's easier said than done, especially if there's like children involved, or if there's like paperwork that has to be done if you guys were married and you're getting divorced or whatever. But shoot, that's what lawyers are for. But you know what I mean? Sometimes it's easier said than done to just part ways. But if you're able to just part ways, part ways gracefully. I'm sorry. Have a nice life. God bless. Boom, boom, boom. And move on. You know? But that's so hard right now, you guys, with social media. So I get it. But guys, make sure you are basically, I guess, vetting people in your life. You have to have somebody in your life you can count on that is able to be like, to when you have new people coming in, they can vet them for you. Okay, like after prayer and everything else, you need somebody in your life that can vet people for you because why are you can't do it by yourself. Because some of us are so into love. We love the idea of love. We love the idea of partnership. We love the idea of sisterhood. We love the idea of friendship in those, tight friendships, that we are so blinded that, when people come into our lives, we're just so hung go. You know what I mean? Like we're ready. You know, we can't do it on our own. We really can't. Because some of us, you guys, are very much blinded by love, you know, love and the idea of really good friendships. You guys, for a very long time, I told you guys before, like I think I still am. I'm very much a girl's girl. But for a very long, like I couldn't decipher, and I don't know why, because I've had a one girlfriend for a very long time. She's my bestie. She's one of my besties. I have a male and a female bestie. She's my female bestie from a very long time. And I've had the example of a good girlfriend in her. And so I don't know why after, life happens, things distort your mind sometimes. And I just kept going after friendships with women that it was not for me. It was not for me because they, y'all, they taught me. They taught me, not every friendship is for me, you know? Yeah, when it's toxic, you guys, it's time to go. And those flags that we basically cover our eyes to, they will basically tell you and pinpoint, yeah, this person definitely will be gaslighting you in the end. Okay, be prepared for it. They're gonna be gaslighting you till you're blue in the face. And we don't need that. Oh my gosh, those days of let's not air our dirty laundry. I know there was definitely some negative things when it comes to not airing our dirty laundry, like especially within the family household and things like that. There was definitely some pros and cons to that. But but the idea of not airing out the dirty laundry, I miss that, y'all. The idea of it, not because these days with social media, that's all you do all day long is sniff dirty laundry. I learned to not give support to anyone if I'm not getting support. Exactly. Exactly. And it kind of sucks sometimes though, because sometimes I feel like people will give you just enough. They will give you just enough support and love, or just enough so that other people can see and be like, oh, this person is such a nice person. This person is so great. And then when the time comes for you to part ways, it's like, who are you? Who are you? Like, what's going on? You know? Yeah, don't waste your time. You marry what you get. Yeah, yeah. So does that mean when somebody's gaslighting you, do you mirror that as well? Like how? Because gosh, when I tell you, like I'm Marlene, like this past week, that's all I've been hearing is like how this person is gaslighting this person, like, and it's crazy. Like, are you serious right now? Like, why can't you just move on? Whatever the relationship, whatever the circumstances, just move on. Just move. It's so immature, and I say that because I've been there. I've been the gaslighter, and I shared that story, and I'm like, I call out gaslighters. Oh, okay, okay. You call them out. Wow, that makes sense too. Yeah, because I'm like, what's the point? What is the point? Like you out here saying all these things, you know? Uh, hello, Polnam. Hello, Carlos. Hello, P. Carlos. How are you? I tell them their tactics won't work here. Their tactics. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And sometimes I wonder though. Sometimes I wonder if gaslighters, if they know they're gaslighting you. I'm very well, thank you. How was your week? We're discussing people who gaslight other people. And that's so funny too because even on regular social media, like regular day to day, interactions, like um, like day to day, regular to day, uh, regular day to regular day to day. I made you a moderator, Marlene. That's my first time ever doing that. Regular day to day type of interactions, like even on social media, like on YouTube, people will come onto your channel and just start gaslighting you, right? And it's like, oh yeah, I did it. You're blue, and it's like, why? What is the purpose? I can see when people gaslight you that were part of a relationship with you, and they're bitter. And people who have actually, been through something with you, and they just out to get you, and they feel like certain type of way. They feel like their ego has been bruised or whatever. But even down to those people on social media, like when you're doing a whole live or whatever, they come on your channel just like they have time just to come to your channel just to say nonsense like like what is the end game with these people? And I don't know, I know it's attention seeking, it's definitely attention seeking because you are looking for someone somewhere anywhere on the online land or in the universe somewhere to be like agree with you and have pity on you. In the long run, it still gains you nothing. I had someone try to bully me on my channel, and when I blocked them, they made a video of lies about me. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, you see, that's craziness to me. That is like you have a whole lot of time on your hands. Somebody you don't even know. Someone you don't even know. And maybe you're undercover. Maybe you do know that person. You know what I mean? Because it's not hard to make a fake page, fake name, and all that. It's just crazy to me. I just feel like you guys, we just need to be setting out more positive energy into the world. And gaslighting is not it. Gaslighting is just another form. It's mental bullying. Mental bullying. And if we are going to be out here doing that, like, I don't know. I don't even know what your karma is going to come looking like because it's just disturbing. It's disturbing. It's wrong. It's mean. You know, like I don't know them. Well, yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Um, and it's immature. It's so immature. Like you out here gaslighting people for what? Like like I shared a story about how I gaslit somebody from work when I got fired. You know what I mean? I don't because of what I was doing wrong. Shh. And it's like I was immature. I can own that. I was immature. That's fine. Can you get it and go? I was immature. So I can own that. I own that. You know? But at my big age and your big age, why are we gaslighting each other now? Close the door. Okay. Why are we out here, being rude and mean and just disgusting to one another? For what? It serves no purpose. It serves no purpose but to bring more negative energy in this. And this world has so much negative energy. It's enough already. It's enough already. Like you have nothing else to do with your time. Nothing. You don't have a dog to go feed. You don't have a plant to go water. You don't have something else to do with your time besides get on social media and airing out all your dirty laundry for the world to sniff and talking nonsense and just trying to make the world see someone else as negative. Like for what? You don't really want the person back. You really don't, because if you really did, this would not be gaslighting them. You already know that's not how to get somebody. You get more bees with honey and all that stuff. Like that's not the way. So, what's the end game? I think next time I gonna go live, you should lock your door. No, no. I have 5 kids, Carlos. So, and they're all in my room, watching TV with daddy and stuff. And the kids come in here. My baby came in here to get the pillow and stuff. It's fine. Everybody on here knows I have children. If you didn't know, I have kids. And the live is live. Is happening in real life, so it's fine. They have nothing else to do. Yeah, they really have nothing else to do. They have nothing else to do, and that means your whole world, but to troll you. Yeah, and troll us. Like that means your whole world was what before you found this one person to troll? Was what before you found, somebody to mock and make fun of? Like you are a mental internet real life bully. That's what I feel gaslighter is. You're just a mental bully because you can't hurt me. Yeah, it shows how miserable they really are. And I'm not miserable. I'm not miserable. I left you. You know what I mean? Like if you're talking about me, I'm the one that left. So you airing out the dirty laundry, making you look salty. You know, if I got fired and I'm talking about the person who fired me, I'm salty. If not the company. The company don't care. The company don't went on hire somebody else. You know what I mean? And if we are having a whole custody situation or whatever, why would you do that to the parent of your child? The mental needs to be on point for that, to take care of children. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You know what I mean? You guys, kids end up knowing the truth about both parents in the long run, if you didn't know. No matter how much you want to shelter them, whatever. And I've seen this through many friendships and parents and as I'm growing up and up and up and up. I've been through a lot of situations with parents and just watching and observing and seeing all the things that's occurred. The kids always know, and they eventually catch on. At least they eventually catch on. Like, yeah, this parent trifling, okay, and this parent just be trying. um Obviously some people, they don't want to feel the pain alone. Yeah, yeah, when they get bored they want to border others. Yeah, yeah, that's craziness though. That is craziness. Like, you don't. And I understand misery loves company, right? Misery loves company. I understand that, and that's so it's strange to me to say I understand that, because really and truly, you guys, I don't understand that. Only because I say that to say, because I am one of those people. I resort to being by myself, taking it in, and I just need quiet. I don't like people to. I When I go through hard times, you have to find me. I do not like spreading my negativity. Y'all, even when I go on my menstrual, TMI, my apologies, I tend to just let me get through it by myself, quiet, peace. Let me have my snacks. Let me be quiet. I don't like to, have attitudes and be upset with everybody else because of something I'm going through. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't know why I'm like that. I don't like to spread negativity like that. I really don't. If I'm upset, if I'm bothered, you will have to put out of me. You know what I mean? Because I don't want you to feel. I guess because I'm an empath and I know what it's like to take in other people's pain and misery. I don't like to spread it. You know what I mean? So that right there, that says a lot. Like, you want other people to feel your pain. You want other people to go through it with you and hold your hand and all of that stuff because you're going through. That's selfish. That is selfish. I feel like that's selfish. It's not like you're going to a loved one or your BFF and you're sitting there chatting it up, and you're crying on their shoulders and you're letting it all out. No, you are going on social media, and you are typing away, and you are letting everybody know in on personal things, and personal and false things, like your whatever narrative you want to spin. Like, it's crazy, you guys. It's really crazy. I just don't. I mean, it's not for me to approve. People are gonna do what they're gonna do, but it's just really disgusting. Like I don't feel like don't be out here making the world worse with by sitting out here really like gaslighting people into misery. Like that's just disgusting. Like get a life, move on. Do the best for yourself and people that are surrounding you. You guys, my hair, my hair is like needs some love. It's like I know locks are knotted, but this is yeah. Definitely have to take care of that. That's great though. I'm like you too because I know how to handle the hard times. Yeah. No, I'm not saying I know how to handle hard times. I'm learning. I am intentionally learning more and more about myself on a regular basis, Carlos. I'm out here like literally like 2025 has been the year for me to get to know me more, learn more how to deal with hard things and all the things. But all my life, I've never been the one to like want to spread my miseries. Like it's not culture. It's not cute at all. Like, why would I do that? And I'm not trying to be out here be fake either. I don't. That's not me being fake, and that's not me being like, oh, everything is perfect. No, like I'm mad. I'm sad. I'm just not trying to spread it. I'm just going to be myself, and I might even let somebody know I'm upset or whatever. But are they gonna know the depth of it? Are they gonna know the details of what I'm going through and yada yada yada? No, I'm just going to you know go through it, but I tend to just go through it alone within myself, however that may look at the time. If at the time I'm more spiritual, then I'll be reading my Bible, I'll be praying a lot. If at the time I'm more like I just need to be doing something, I'll find a craft, I'll start doing something. It just depends. If I need to go for a run, if I need to do whatever the case may be, but I'm not out here trying to tell everybody that has ears my business and why I'm mad at this person and why this person is so disgusting and why this person is so this and that and the other. Like, no, like that's not my place. The universe will handle that person. I think you should do hair. Yeah, is hiding some parts of your beauty. Excuse me. I need to do my hair. Well, okay. But yeah, you guys, I just feel like it's not, this is my hair. I don't understand. I like the fact that spending your time reading your Bible. Yeah, whatever gets you through, guys. Like, but I don't feel like gaslighting other people, whether it be in your life or whether it be people that, hurt you in some way in the future, or whether it be strangers. Why are you gaslighting other people because you're miserable? Like, get over it. Get over it. I don't care. Get over it. If I could go through the things I've gone through in my life and not spread my misery in that way, you know, because I have spread certain things because hurt people, and I understand that hurt people, but it's never. I think the difference between hurt people, and gaslighters is intentional, being intentional. You know what I mean? If you're gaslighting me, it's intentional. If you hurt me because you're hurt, a lot of times it's not intentional. It's just the journey through healing sometimes, and it sucks that, it takes us there sometimes, but that's just how it is. And sometimes people let you know, like, hey, like you are really like hurting me and let's move on, but yeah. Yeah, I'm actually looking at your hair and I'm getting hungry. It looks like a Korean noodles. Whatever. But yes, you guys. So I definitely am one of those who I you I applaud those people that are able to go to therapy, get the help that they need to be able to move around this world and amongst other humans and do what they gotta do to be at their most best, at their best. You know what I mean? Whatever that looks like for them and for me and for you. Guys, let's not be out here gaslighting people. Let's not be out here gaslighting each other Because I'm telling you right now, you're gonna gaslight the wrong one of these days. I'm just saying. I'm just saying you're gonna gaslight the wrong person one of these days, and it's not gonna be cute. You know, I'm gonna feel sorry for you, but maybe I'm not because you're gaslighting everybody. Sure. Ask a question. Be respectful, please. But yeah, you guys, is I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing weekend. It is Saturday. Our live is aliving. um, I will be coming off here shortly. Uh, what it is the purpose of doing this live? Because I wanted to. I come on my this is my channel. I do my live. It actually watching it alone because I'm actually watching it alone. That's fine. Many people watch the lives on I most of my watchers are in the States since you want the breakdown. Most of my watchers are in the States and I am in Tanzania, Africa. So there's a big time difference. So it's nighttime here. So a lot of people watch the replays. So, and when you're doing something that you honestly like and love to do, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. You just do what you're going to do. And then, what happens next happens next. But yeah, good question though. Like, if you're a YouTuber, that's something that you have to take in consideration. Not all your close the door. Not all your lives or shorts or videos, whatever, are going to be watched directly at that same time. Sometimes the hours come after. But I am looking to increase my watch hours. So if you care to subscribe, like, and share, Carlos. I'm looking to increase my subscribers up to I need about 13 or let's say 15 more subs to be at 1,500, and for this month I would love to do that. And also my watch hours, I'm looking to increase my watch hours, and it's actually a bit of a joy because I'm young and I haven't watched live long. Okay, cool. How old are you, Carlos? How old are you, Carlos? Thanks for watching with your young self. Where are you and what time is it? Thanks for subscribing. When did you subscribe? Today? And where are you from? Where are you from, Carlos? I'm gonna try this on before I connect it. I'm actually gonna give you a few minutes to answer, Carlos, and then I shall be ending the live. I've been on here for about an hour and 20 minutes. I'm just a boy. I'm only 22. And I'm in Africa too. Okay, in Mozambique. Okay, but preparing myself to travel to South Africa. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. And yeah, that's amazing. But yeah, if you, I don't know if you plan to. When did you subscribe? A while back ago? Today? If you plan to, I don't know if you're interested in doing a YouTube channel, but yeah, that's something you might be because you are here. Okay, thanks for subscribing. If yeah, if I don't know if you ever plan to do a channel, but if you do, and on any platform, whether YouTube, whatever, a lot of times because you have this time difference. So if you have a lot of subscribers somewhere else in part of the world, a lot of times they're not going to be on your live. And for me to have people on my live from the States, I would have to be up really late. And even though I'm pretty much a night owl and I do be awake, I my I'm in my kids' room. So right now we are doing construction. If you didn't know, so I wouldn't be able to do my live anywhere else in the house right now these days. Maybe in the future, definitely. First time having such a free time in a weekend. Oh well, congratulations. Make sure you do some things that make you happy while you get some rest. Do all the things. I'm glad you are taking the time for yourself. Are you be working and stuff? But yeah, thanks for subscribing, Carlos. Make sure to share and other good things as I am, like I said, try to increase my watch hours and my subscribers. So welcome aboard. Um, yeah, I'm actually happy chatting with you. That's awesome. Well, thanks for coming in. I'm actually getting ready to get out of here. I hope this resonates with you. I hope this resonates with anybody who comes to watch the replay, you guys. Let's not be gaslighters. It's not a good thing. It's negative. It's negative energy in the universe. You know what I mean? You are just being a mental bully, and there's no point to that. You know, be a good person from jump. Then you would have no reason to gaslight anyone because the universe will repay you in kindness as well. Okay? But yeah, you guys, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, share, and all the good things. It's even better to watch lives than doing nonsense like yeah. Well, I actually I go on live every Saturday, my 9 o'clock at night, but I also put notifications. So since you're subscribed, make sure you hit the bell so you get all the notifications. Because I notify you guys exactly when I'm coming on live, and you get all the shorts, all the videos, everything else. Okay, and yeah, have a great weekend. Sleep well, all the good things, you guys, and I'll be coming back to you guys soon. As you know, on Sundays I don't post, but I most likely will do a shorts for you guys. I actually have a couple of updates for you guys. So probably tomorrow I'll be doing a couple of shorts. So check those out. And if you haven't, check out the videos for this past week and what's been going on so you caught up. And yeah, thanks guys for listening. I hope this resonates with you guys. And thank you, Carlos. I wish you the best as well. Okay, talk to you guys soon. Be blessed.